2:30 p.m. in the afternoon, I received a call from my client, Lionel Burglar, that he was detained by police at the Queen Street police station. I immediately proceeded to the station where I saw him and I spoke to him, and I did so in the presence of Sergeant Armando Dubon. I also received information from him that he had been threatened by Corporal Sutherland of the Ladyville Police Detachment, threatened to the extent that he would have been soundly beaten. I made that representation to Sergeant Dubon, and I inspected my client physically in the presence of Sergeant Dubon to verify that his present condition at that time was normal. He had no bruises, he had no scratch, he was not suffering from any injury, whether obvious or indeed concealed. At 2:40 p.m., he was handed over by Queen Street Police to Ladyville Police, namely Corporal Sutherland. And he was taken to an undisclosed location and was not taken to the Ladyville Police Station until 17:30. That is 3 hours later, 5:30 p.m. When he arrived at the Ladyville Police, Corporal Sutherland saw me and he knew who I was, and so they did not bring him out of the vehicle at the time. They held him there concealed until 7:30, 2 hours more. So 5 hours had elapsed before I could have seen my client. And when I saw him, he was in total shatters. He was beaten by the police. He had blood coming out of him. His head was severely bruised. His face was bruised, and he was totally devastated, contrary to what I saw at the police station at 2:30. And when I questioned Corporal Sutherland about it, he ignored my questions. And so I had to immediately call the Ombudsman, Lionel Arzu, onto Ladyville Police Station. That time, Corporal Sutherland took the client again to an undisclosed location. When the Ombudsman came there, the Ombudsman called Corporal Sutherland, called Inspector Gordon, who is the head of the Ladyville detachment, and they all gave him poor excuses as to why my clients were not returned to Ladyville. They came back at about 10:30 last night, and when they came back, Mr. Sutherland, Corporal Sutherland, and myself and the Ombudsman had a small discussion inside of Sutherland's office. Corporal Sutherland was very disrespectful to the Ombudsman in his approach. He was very confrontational to me, and he sought to provide reasons to justify why indeed Lionel Burglar was beaten by the police, beaten and made to confess on recording to an alleged burglary, where the police is alleging $390,000 worth of jewelry has been stolen from somebody in Ladyville. Whether that is so or not is not here nor there. The police has an obligation, a duty to uphold law and order.